This tip now is simply to allow you to understand that you either call your word, come, here, whatever it is, or whistle once, maximum twice, when you want the dog to come to you. If the dog does not respond after one time, you know what your job is? Go get the dog. Whether it's in the yard, it's at a dog park, it's running in a field. Like literally, there's no fast trick to do this. You have to follow through. And that means go and get your dog. So, the easiest thing, and an example is you want your dog to come inside from outside of your yard in your house, and you call or you whistle and the dog does not come because they're sniffing, whatever. You go outside, you physically collect them, and you guide them inside. You don't get rough. You don't have to do anything other than you're trying to convey the message of when I speak, it's relevant to you, dog. So I'd encourage you to pay attention. So when you say come or and then you go get the dog, they start to associate, okay, I better comply because you're going to follow through. Okay? So that's a good thing to remember. People endlessly call dogs like, come. I'll sit in my girlfriend's backyard and her neighbors will call the dogs like 15 times, but not step 1 foot outside. It's like, well, no shit, the dogs won't listen because you don't follow through. They don't have to be abrasive or rough. It's just like if you say something, go follow through with it. That's it. Put your shoes on, go outside, be like, no, inside dogs. Okay? I'll give you another one for today. Be mindful to not only call your dog or whistle for them to come to you when fun is over. Okay, so what this means is, for example, you go to the dog park every single day, let's just pretend at 2 p.m. and you stay till 2:45. But at 2:40, you whistle for your dog to come to you because it's time to go. Now, you don't really practice whistling any other time or calling the dog to come. But when it's time to go, you're like, I actually want the dog to come now. So then, at first it works fine, and then the dog starts to see what the routine is. When you call, or you whistle, then it means that we're leaving the dog park. So the dog starts to be mindful that, well, I don't want to go right now. And sometimes what happens is they begin to avoid the person who's calling them. And then the person gets frustrated. And then they sabotage the recall further. So all I'm trying to emphasize here is it's okay to call your dog when it's not necessarily 100% favorable outcome. Sometimes you just need to get your dogs in the house. Sometimes you just need to leave the dog park. Sometimes you need to call your dog away from something they're enjoying. That's life. However, ensure you have some positive outcomes in there as well. So a ratio could be maybe 7 or 8 out of 10 repetitions where the dog is like super happy to come. So for example, you could call your dog during that 40-minute playtime at the dog park, let's say 5 or 10 times. Offer them a food reward, something tasty, and then release them to go and play again. And then by the last time, the end of the day, you call them, well, they've got lots of repetitions of it being fun to come to you, so they're like, all right, hey, what's up? And they're like, okay, let's go. Okay. And it's not a big deal.